Students, this is Bharti madam. Now I am going to tell you the problem on the admission of a partner wherein goodwill is bought in cash and it is withdrawn by the old partners. Now we'll come to the problem. Raja and Rani are the partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. Their balance sheet as on 31/3/2018 is as follows. Come to the liabilities side. Creditors 40,000. Bills payable 20,000. General reserves 25,000. Raja's capital 60,000. Rani's capital 40,000. Come to the asset side. Cash 5,000. Machinery 60,000. Stock 25,000. Debtors 23,000 less PDD 3,000, outer column 20,000. Buildings 15,000. Investments 20,000. P&L account 5,000. Now the P&L account is given to the asset side. It means it is a loss and it should be distributed among the old partners, and it will come to the debit side of the partners' capital account. Now come to the adjustments. They have told you on 1/4/2018 they admitted Mantri as a partner with 1/5 share in the future profits. First adjustment. Mantri has to get 30,000 as his capital and 10,000 towards the goodwill. Second, goodwill is to be withdrawn by the old partners. Next, depreciate machinery by 5%. Next, appreciate buildings by 10%. PDD is to be reduced by to rupees 2,000. Investments to be valued at rupees 25,000. That is revalued it is. Okay. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and the new balance sheet of the firm. Now students, draw the revaluation account, write debit credit and leave 8 lines. Next, draw the partners capital account, leave 10 lines, write DRCR. Next, draw the balance sheet, write at the top balance sheet as on 1/4/2018. For the balance sheet, do not write debit and credit because it is not an account. Next, come to your revaluation account, get the page folded, write particulars amount, particulars amount. Come to your partner's capital, write particulars Raja and next Rani, Mantri. Next, come to your balance sheet, get the page folded, write liabilities amount, assets amount. Next, draw the lines. Come to your problem now. Come to your balance sheet, that is in the problem. They have given you the creditors and creditors do not have any adjustment. Come to your balance sheet, liabilities side, write creditors 40,000 in the outer column. Next, they have given you the bills payable and come to your balance sheet. They have given you the bills payable. Come to your new balance sheet, write bills payable outer column 20,000. Next, they have given you is the general reserves, that is 25,000 and the ratio is 3:2. Come to your partner's capital credit side, leave 1 line, write general reserves, distribute in the ratio you will get is 15,000 and 10,000. Next, they have given you the capital accounts, that is Raja 60,000, Rani 40,000. Come to your partner's capital credit side. First line, write balance brought down 60,000 and 40,000. Next, come to the asset side. They have given you the cash 5,000. Come to your balance sheet liabilities side, write cash, write in the inner column the amount 5,000. Leave a line. Next, they have given you in the balance sheet in the problem, they have given you is the machinery 60,000, and you know that there is a adjustment of the machinery. So come to your balance sheet, write machinery inner column 60,000. Next, they have given you the, come to your balance sheet problem, they have given you is the stock, and stock is, there is no adjustment 25,000. Come to your balance sheet, write stock in the outer column 25,000. Next, they have given you the debtors. Come to the debtors, in the inner column they have given you 23,000, and after minusing they have given it to you outer column 20,000. Come to your balance sheet asset side, write debtors in the inner column, write 23,000. Next, they have given you is the buildings. Come to the asset side, write buildings in the inner column 50,000. Next, they have given you is the investments. Write in the inner column the investments, because there is a adjustment regarding the revaluation. Okay, now come to the adjustment. First adjustment, Mantri has to get 30,000 as his capital. So you all know, students, every adjustment should have two effects. Come to your cash in the balance sheet, 5,000 plus 30,000. Next, come to your partner's capital credit side, write by cash and write it in monthly 30,000. Next, adjustment. They have told you goodwill is to be bought rupees 10,000, and in the second adjustment they have told you goodwill is to be withdrawn by the old partners. So when goodwill is bought, come to your partner's capital credit, write by goodwill, distribute in the ratio of 3:2. That will be 6,000, 4,000. Same goodwill is withdrawn, and when it is withdrawn, come to the debit side of the partner's capital account. Write the same amount 6,000 and 4,000. Come to the next adjustment. They have told you depreciate machinery by 5%. Come to your balance sheet, come to your machinery, write less depreciation 5% of 60,000, that will come to 3,000. Minus it, write in the outer column. Now there is a decrease in the value of the machinery or decrease in the value of the asset. Come to your revaluation account debit side, that is the adjustment number 3, write it as 3,000. How much you have deducted, that you will have to write. Next, they have told you appreciate buildings by 10%. Come to your balance sheet, there is a buildings, and appreciation is nothing but it is an increase in the value of the asset. Right, add appreciation 5,000, outer column 55,000. Now it is an increase in the value of the buildings, increase in the value of the asset. So increase will come to the credit side of the revaluation account. How much you have added? That is 5,000. Next, they have told you PDD is to be reduced. It is reduced means it is an increase in the asset, and it is to be reduced to rupees. 2 means take the difference. Earlier in the question it was reduced by 3,000, and now it should be reduced by 2,000. It means there is an increase in the debtors of 1,000. increase in the asset will come to the revaluation account credit side, right, by PDD 1000. Come to your asset side balance sheet, write debtors 23,000 in the inner column, less PDD only 2000, minus it outer column 21,000. Come to the next. They have told you investments is to be valued or it is revalued, and some students had asked me the question as to what is the meaning of the word revalued or valued. It means as per the market the value of the investments is 25,000. Now in the balance sheet we have written the investments as 20,000. Now the market value is 25,000. There is an increase in the investments. So write add appreciation 5,000, outer column 25,000. Now the investment is an asset. And come to your revaluation account, credit side, it is the increase in the asset. So write by investments, that is 25,000 minus 20,000, you get is 5,000. So that's all about the problem. Now for students, come to your revaluation account, see which side is heavier. Credit is heavier, that is 11,000 both the sides. The difference go on minusing 3,000. You get is 8,000. Write it as to partners capital account. Below that you write Raja, next line Rani. Raja 4,800 into 3 by 5. 8,000 into 3 by 5. You get is 4,800. Write it in the inner column. Rani 8,000 into 2 by 5. Write it as 3,200 in the inner column. Now it is a profit. It is appearing to the debit side. Come to your partner's capital credit side. Write by revaluation profit 4,800 and 3,200. Next, close your partner's capital account. Total it. That will be 88,500, 57,200 and 30,000. Write the same to the debit side. So go on minusing the amount of the P&L and the cash withdrawn in the form of goodwill, and you get is 78,600. For Raja, Rani 51,200, Mantri 30,000. That balance carried down is the capital of the new firm. Come to your balance sheet. You have written the capital accounts. Below that you write Raja 76,800, Rani 51,200, Mantri 30,000. Now you total the liabilities side of the balance sheet. Total the asset side of the balance sheet and look at the total of the balance sheet and see that it tallies. Now students, some of them had asked me if there is a revaluation loss, what will happen? If there is a revaluation loss, the debit side of the revaluation will be more. It means you will get the difference to the credit side. When you get the difference to the credit side, the loss of the revaluation will appear to the debit side of the partner's capital account. Even some had asked me about what is the meaning of the word revalued or valued. Revalued or valued is nothing but it is the market price of the investments or it is the market price of the assets. And if there is an increase in the market price, we call it as appreciation. If there is a decrease in the market price, we call it as a depreciation. If there is an increase, it will come to the credit side of the revaluation account. If there is a increase, it will come to the credit side of the revaluation account, and if there is a decrease, it will come to the debit side of the revaluation account. Students, if you have still more difficulties, you can ask us.